Fire the laser! Oh, sorry, wrong film. Hi, this is Jerome Blake from Phantom Menace, Episode 1, and you're listening to Radio Free Decipher.
Hello and welcome back to Radio Free Decipher. With me, as always, is Evan Lorenz.
How's it going, Kyle?
I'm doing all right, man. I'm doing all right.
Yeah.
So, some big stuff 2 nights ago.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. We had the Voyager final episode, the Voyager product release, all the release parties going on everywhere.
There was a lot of Voyager stuff happening.
It was awesome.
Yeah. There were parties that happened all over the place. Toronto, Detroit,
they had an enormous
all over
one.
Denver, all over the place. Your hometown, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool.
Unfortunately, I wasn't able to go.
That's all right. We had a Voyager party at our house, though, so that was good.
It was a smaller scale than some of these others.
Yeah, we only had like 7 or 8 people, but it was fun, and there was lots of Borgie goodness, and lots of pack opening goodness.
Yes.
And, it's very happy. So the Voyager product is now out in the marketplace, and that's got to make you pretty happy there, Evan.
It is good. It's hit stores on the Star Trek Online CCG. You can now get both starter decks and boosters, and it's all kicking in high gear.
Have you pulled a Pandari champion yet?
I did online, but not in
real life
print booster packs.
Yeah.
So
the dilemma.
The chase continues.
That's right. Well, excellent. Any other good Voyager news for us?
Well, it's funny, but all of this Voyager rollout has been exciting and fun to watch, but I've been on to the next set for 3 or 4 weeks now. It's like the work never ends.
And that's right. And the next set is called Board.
The Board.
And did you get any ideas? And, okay. we mentioned something to you as we were watching this episode. Voyager starts breaking out with this ablative armor and these weapons and stuff, and I kind of look over you like, have fun fitting that into the game, buddy.
Yeah, there were a lot of really funny jokes about, like, Voyager fires, 2 torpedoes and these Borg cubes destroying. It's like, 45, I win.
Yeah.
There were a lot
Voyager won in 1 turn.
There was a lot of good jokes. So, the answer to that is that you probably won't be seeing much of that in the next set, actually, because of the lead time necessary to develop a set. Even though we're not looking at releasing the Borg until later on in the fall, we've already had our image submission deadlines, and we are already very far along in the development. So at this point, it's really not likely that we're going to be able to introduce anything from the final episode.
But that just saves more Borgy goodness.
Yeah,
for
exactly.
Future set,
it means not only do you get lots of Borg in this set, maybe you'll get lots of Borg in the next set.
Excellent.
So it's all good.
That's good. And speaking of Voyager, there's going to be lots of Voyager-only tournaments starting to happen very soon.
Yes, actually, it's funny. I happen to still be on the mailing list of tournaments in Colorado, and I'm not sure if they know it or not, but every once in a while I get these notices, and they've got like 5 or 6 Voyager events in the next month or so. It's outstanding, and that's typical of what I've seen for a lot of places.
Excellent. I think the Voyager environment is going to be very, very cool stuff.
I certainly
and you did a good job, Evan.
Aw, shucks. Thanks, man.
Excellent. Well, let's move along a little bit to the Open Championships. They start the 1st of the month. 1st of June, and man, there's some cool stuff going on. You got your chance to get all kinds of exclusive cards.
Yeah.
Well, they're not real exclusive. They are temporarily exclusive.
Yes.
This is the only place you can get them for the time being. They may be available by some other means later on in the future, but this is definitely your first opportunity to get these cards. For the first 75 people that show up to one of these tournaments and finish, we'll get, for Star Wars, a Rebel Barrier foil.
Yes.
For Star Trek, a Batleth foil. Oh, gotta get the Batleth.
Fun.
For Young Jedi, it's going to be a Droid Starfighter foil. And I really like the foil starships in Young Jedi. All the
they look good.
All the little stars
they do look good.
So. And for Jedi Knights, actually, there's going to be a Vader's Lightsaber Premium card, which is the counterpart to the Vader's Lightsaber Redemption card from the Star Wars trilogy.
Now, I think this would be a good point to introduce to you that we have Joe Alread sitting here patiently waiting to jump in on this interview.
What's going on, Joe?
How you guys doing?
We're doing good.
I'm just patiently listening to you guys talk about Voyager.
That's good.
It's pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, I figured that you would have something to say about the open events because for those of you who don't know, Joe Alread is now a Decipherian.
A Decipher employee?
How's it feel, man?
I don't think it's really sunk in yet. This is actually my first day officially, so.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that's right.
So you're taking care of that normal passe business stuff, like getting your computer working and getting your desk.
There's some official business to be done, all that kind of good stuff, so.
Yeah.
Kind of getting into the swing of things.
You've actually been here since Tuesday, though, so you've been driving around, kind of finding apartments and stuff like that. There's no reality yet that this is home.
Not really yet. I've never done this kind of stuff before, too. I've just been in college for the past 4 years, so it's pretty crazy stuff for me.
Oh, it's real life now.
I know, it's kind of scary.
I wanted to bring you in, though, because I figured you would have some things to say about the Open Championships, because basically you don't have to worry about it this year.
I know. I was reading the story on the web a couple of days ago, and like all these contests, like all over the place.
Yeah.
It's pretty exciting stuff. I'm kind of sad I can't play.
Yeah? How many, you've played in quite a few championship events in your time. You've actually gone to the World Championships 4 times.
That's right.
Only missing 99, and you've got a stack of trophies. So is it kind of sad to sit out now?
It is. It's definitely sad, and to see all these other guys, exploring, the tournament meta and conquering it, and beating out everybody else.
Right.
Something I really enjoy doing, and now
sure.
Sit back and watch.
But you still get to keep up on it. You have to. That's your job.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, now you get to design the meta that they exploit and jump on, and it's almost as fun.
That's true. I think Mark Tuttle calls it. Now I'm the target. People scream at me.
Yeah, you are the target. You're gonna like it though, I'm sure.
That's awesome.
Would you have any tips maybe for people who are looking to qualify? Is there maybe general advice you might give about what it's like to play in a championship event?
Especially since Tatooine is coming out and it's going to be viable for all of these tournaments,
That's right.
And you were one of the key players in the design of Tatooine, so give some advice to the players.
Well, you have to figure out what Tatooine is all about. You have to figure out a lot of those new deck enhancement cards that are coming out that are really going to flip the metagame upside down for that.
Especially since the 9th and 10th is the first opens. Those are the ones up in Ramapo.
That's right.
So there's also one in, but it's not Star Wars, but for Vancouver, there's one that weekend. But yeah, they're coming up fast, and they got
like a week and a half after Tatooine releases.
That's some crunch time. What does it take to crunch a new set in that amount of time?
I don't think it's really possible. I think I think what really needs to be done, and I think has always been true for Star Wars, is that when you make yourself a deck, you have to learn the deck well. Not only it may not be the best deck around, but if you can play it well, then you'll be set. So if the players can maybe concentrate on one or two of those new fixture cards, know it really, really well.
Yeah.
Those are probably the players who do above average at the tournaments, I think. Since not anybody is going to be able to figure out the entire tournament meta in a week and a half.
Sure.
For Ramapos, so.
Excellent. Well, speaking of Tatooine, comes out this coming Wednesday.
Yeah, that's great.
So is it exciting to see sort of your baby come to fruition here?
It's going to be so incredible. The cards in the set are so powerful and going to do so much to the game.
You actually just got to open. You just got to open like your first Tatooine packs, or see your first Tatooine cards yesterday or something.
That's right. I hadn't seen them before. I'm like, whoa, what are these? Let's look at these. It's pretty exciting. So
cool, excellent, man. So what are you now doing? Since Tatooine's pretty much out the door, what are you working on now?
Well, Coruscant is pretty much in the bag now as well.
Wow.
We're done with development on that. So we're moving on to Theed at this point, Theed Palace. And we've just started that up here now.
Crazy.
Past couple of weeks. So
awesome.
Next on the list.
Awesome. So the bulk of your time now is going to be taken up with Theed Palace.
That's right.
And then minor tweaks, I guess, on Coruscant before it starts going to press and stuff like that.
That's
awesome.
Right. I assume we're still waiting on approvals at this
all
point.
That stuff,
yeah.
We're still a little ways out on Coruscant. Okay. Very cool, man.
Do you have a favorite card or mechanic from Tatooine?
That's a tough question.
Of course it is.
I think it might have to be Qui-Gon, just because he answers so many problems for the light side currently right now with all the alien decks running around. All the cards that mess with Rebels, they don't do anything to Qui-Gon.
Right.
He's immune to all that stuff. So him alone is going to solve so many light side problems that they're currently having in terms of metagame.
Cool. Now, looking toward the future a little bit, we have been looking at what's upcoming is a Episode 1 only environment.
That's right.
Tell us a little bit about what you guys have been planning with the upcoming Coruscant, and maybe even looking forward a little bit into Theed Palace, of what is going to be encompassed by the Episode 1 environment.
Well, pretty much all the cards that have E1 icons are going to be playable in this environment only, and there's going to be objectives and all that kind of cool stuff here coming up the next few sets. So it's basically going to be in its own environment, just E1 only characters and story and all that kind of cool stuff. And it's going to be playable pretty well, I think. I think it's going to work out really, really good.
Starting with the Coruscant expansion.
Right, exactly.
Are we looking at ships and all that kind of stuff as well?
That's right. Coming up in Coruscant and all that stuff. So with Coruscant, it will be actually playable. You will be able to actually play E1 only environment tournaments.
Okay.
So.
Now I know that you probably can't really tell us, but do you think we're ever going to see a double-bladed Maul's lightsaber?
Dude, I can't tell you.
That was the most deadpan look on your face. I loved it.
All right. Well, thanks a lot, Joe, for taking some time with us, and we'll let you go back upstairs and get back to work on your first day. So.
All right. Thanks for having me, guys.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay, so there you have it. Be watching for Open Championships, and especially watching next week for the Tatooine release.
It's going to be good.
Oh, yeah. And until next week, take care.
Have a good weekend.